You're in the office, baby. Going out.
I want the fortune, motherfucker fine. I want the Bentley, motherfucker right. God please forgive me, this shit I'ma kill. This shit from my soul, this shit from my spirit. Can't go nowhere if you ain't got no vision. Can't go nowhere if you don't know the distance. Fresh hair, Sunday school, class Christian. Fresh hair, Sunday school, fight with me. False new crock.
What you tried to do, you couldn't destroy me. I'm still standing. I'm still strong.
You are not worthy of my respect.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Knobs' YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we are back with another TV show review. And we got The Boys, Season 3, Episode 5. What the hell's the name of it? The Last Time to Look on This World of Lies. Yes, man. This is the episode where we finally, Soulja Boy is released. Soulja Boy is out here. Soulja Boy, tell him. We are cranking that Soulja Boy finally in this episode. And really what's going on, Butcher, Mother Milk. I mean, Mother Milk is pretty much laser vision, X-ray vision, anything you want to call it. As far as his whole mission is Soulja Boy now. He don't care about nobody else or nothing. Butcher at one point saying, saying what happened to Kamiko in the last episode and they trying to get her straight. He's pretty much like, I don't give a fuck about Kamiko. I don't care about none of that. It's about Soulja Boy. And he is so hell-bent on getting Soulja Boy. The Butcher is pretty much like, yo, we need him. This is basically our weapon. This is the weapon to stop Homelander, the evil of all evils. I mean, it's taking a lesser evil to go against the majority of evil, of course, of Homelander. Because we kind of got some info on Soulja Boy. I mean, he ain't the best of the best, but we know who Homelander is. And this is pretty much that weapon. But Mother Milk is really not trying to hear it. My whole thing with Mother Milk is, I get it. You want, like, the history and the whole thing with Soulja Boy and what he did, which we still don't really technically know exactly what he did to his parents. But we know it's some bad shit, and I'm thinking it's caused a death or something like that. But it's the whole thing with what are you going to exactly do when you do get Soulja Boy. Nigga, like, Soulja Boy not only super strength, but now he got this crazy ass power that comes out of his chest. It's like, Mother Milk, what are you going to do, man? But it's really interesting to see them going at it back and forth. Like I said, I'm really, really enjoying their relationship this season. Like I said, Butcher, he goes at anybody of everybody. But when it comes to Mother Milk, that's the one. That's the one he pretty much can't just like lash at or go at the way he is or tell to do whatever he wants to do. So their relationship is really interesting. We go over to Homelander. He's pretty much having a meeting with Vought, and they're pretty much bringing in the new people, since Stan is gone now. And he's pretty much overlooking everything or whatever, him and Ashley anyway. But it's just Homelander being Homelander. You have one executive pretty much giving him some logical things on possible things he needs to work on, and he pretty much asking her, you think you better than me? He starts to go into his whole tantrum rant or whatever. I mean, he down there is blacking out. The nigga, like, he's been unhinged, but he is out of it this season. Like, that little thing that executive woman said to him just threw him all the way off, and he just started blacking out or whatever. But they're pretty much having a meeting or whatever, just going into everything as far as him being the overseer now, pretty much being the main dude, the boss, as far as Vought go. And ain't nobody going to say anything or go up against him or try to challenge him against anything. So that's what we got with that. We also get Huey and Starlight. Pretty much Starlight has found out about Huey taking a compound V24, and she pretty much notices that Huey likes it. And Huey is pretty much like, yo, I'm useful now. Being there, and it's the same thing, like I said, even with Mother Milk, it's like he's making common sense. It's like, nigga, what am I going to do once we go against these people? I am human. I am not a suit. It's like, what are they going to exactly do? And now, like, it's making sense why they're doing what they're doing as far as taking a compound V, as far as Butcher and him. But you can see how he just felt so much bullied and felt so much of a loser, especially with Starlight always having to take up for him. He is pretty much feeling like now he's in that position or whatever. So it's interesting seeing where they go with their relationship. We also get some interesting things with Butcher and Queen Mav. They pretty much have a little bonding moment, if that's what you want to call it, but it pretty much smashed. Butcher and Queen Mav pretty much smashed or whatever. And it's pretty much her finding out about, as far as the weapon or whatever, that Soulja Boy is the weapon. So it's interesting with their relationship. I didn't know that was coming or whatever. Going into the next thing, Soulja Boy, he's loose and he's about. And it's something about him, I guess, when he starts to either get upset about certain things or starts to think of flashbacks as far as when he was tortured or whatever. That's where the blast is coming from. And he got to New York. Like, he's not even in Moscow. And I feel like, did he sneak on the plane that they was on or some shit? Whatever he did, he ends up making it over to New York or whatever. But now you pretty much got Huey and Butcher trying to find him, because Mother Milk is pretty much trying to exile himself from everybody. He's trying to go on his own. But he soon realizes, like, yo, you need their help. You're going to need some type of help. Because Butcher lays it out for him. Like, I'm thinking, like, what are you going to do once you do get Soulja Boy? It's like, what are you going to do? So that's an interesting thing. Not only that, though, it's really them trying to get to Soulja Boy. Because after he does his blast, it pretty much kills, like, 19 people. Then you got to go over to Homelander. Because now it's a situation with him. And this where it comes in with almost like what Stan was talking about, because he don't have that person to come in and pretty much school him, or pretty much give him the answers, or give him the talk that he needs as far as coaching him. That's what I'm trying to find as far as word. As far as coaching him through these type of things, as far as what's going on or whatever. And you have Starlight pretty much in there telling him, like, yo, we need to do something about this guy or whatever. Homelander thing is, he ain't even worried about that. He talking about the stocks and shit and everything with Vital or whatever. But his whole response to it is, just make sure that we are good as far as media-wise. And see, that's where he kind of gets stuck at, because, like I said, Stan is not there to maneuver, navigate everything that's going on, especially when something like this happens. But Homelander still ain't stupid either. And that's one thing I'm going to say, especially when he have a confrontation with Queen Math or whatever. But Huey, Butcher, and now Mother Milk are pretty much on a mission to find Soulja Boy. And Mother Milk has some details of possibilities where he could be headed. And that's where we run into pretty much the Stan Lee version that we get as far as the legend in The Boys or whatever. He's pretty much playing like Stan Lee cameo appearance or whatever, because he's like the dude that did the comics or whatever, or do the stories or whatever, referencing Stan Lee anyway as far as the MCU go or whatever. But the Butcher, Mother Milk, and Huey pretty much go to him because they figure Soulja Boy is coming to him. And come to find out, he is coming to him, and he comes to get his suit back or whatever. But it's more to it than that. They come to find out that he actually is going after, well, not really going after, but he's going to see, well, he is going after Crimson Tide. No, what's her name? Crimson something. It's basically the Scarlet Witch parody. He's going after the Scarlet Witch parody. My girl, Crimson something. I forgot what she's called. But that's who Soulja Boy is going after. So now it's pretty much Huey, Mother Milk, and Butcher trying to get to the destination as far as Crimson, the Scarlet Witch parody girl. They're trying to get to her before Soulja Boy get to her. Going from there, man, we get to my boy A-Train. He's still on his little crusade as far as not really the Black Lives Matter movement, but he's trying to do this whole thing as far as the guy Blue Hawk policing the black neighborhoods or whatever. So he's still trying to go on this whole crusade or whatever, but shit goes AWOL. Like I said, he's not really knowledgeable on things as much, and the fact that he just bring this guy in who's pretty much somewhat trying to save face, that he agrees to the shit, but he really is basically a racist as far as Blue Hawk or whatever. So he's bringing him basically to this Black Lives Matters meeting or whatever, my man, and he bring his homeboy home. Like, what the fuck is you doing, A-Train? Like, why'd you bring this guy here? And he pretty much brings him into a group of people that knows who this guy is, because he's the one who's been policing mainly these black neighborhoods or whatever. So he gets him on stage, and Blue Hawk pretty much is trying to make reasons, or pretty much trying to give them logic to why he was doing what he was doing, which pretty much turns into a huge confrontation. And pretty much this nigga starts fighting and starts pretty much whooping people's ass and whatnot as far as Blue Hawk, knowing that he's a super whatever and he's more powerful than him. What ends up happening is he ends up knocking out and pretty much really injuring A-Train's homeboy really, really bad. Like messing him up really, really bad, putting him in damn near, if I'm not mistaken, critical condition. So this whole plan A-Train had and him trying to do this shit just went AWOL. So I'm really interested and curious where A-Train goes from here. And I'm still not even rocking with A-Train, especially what he did with Supersonic or whatever. setting him up, taking this bitch ass to Homeland or whatever. So it's gonna be curious to see where they really try to take A-Train's character, man, because this whole thing with what he trying to do as far as being as part of the movement or whatever, actually trying to be in the not really the culture, but as far as the Black Lives Matters and the police brutality or whatnot, and him trying to come in and actually be a part of that whole thing, but he's so naive about everything that it's not working. It's interesting where they gonna take his character, because he really is not likable. He ain't likable at all, especially this season. Moving forward, Kamiko, she's in the hospital. Like I said, she's still recovering from the injuries coming from Soulja Boy, being that she wasn't healing like she usually do after the blast from Soulja Boy. Comes to find out, the blast does a lot more than just, I guess, what she did to Kamiko as far as injuring her or whatever. And come to find out, it wasn't just the fact that she wasn't able to heal. It seems like what Soulja Boy is capable of, and as far as his power that comes out his chest, is taking away the suit powers or whatever. It actually take away the power, because come to find out, Kamiko, not only is she not healing, but she's don't have her strength, like her powers, you know, the powers that she had before she got blasted by Soulja Boy or whatever. But not only that, she's starting to be able to speak. So this is really interesting, being that, so you telling me Soulja Boy blasts not only can fuck you up, or it's possible that it can kill Homelander, but take away your powers? Because it's something interesting about Kamiko, because I'm guessing because Kamiko can automatically heal or whatever, but she didn't heal when he blasted her. But when he blasts his old girl, because we're going to get to that, but that's something I want to ask about that, because he straight up fry her ass, but why he didn't do that with Kamiko as far as when he blasted her, as far as Soulja Boy? I'm curious about that. But not only that, my boy Frenchie, he still is dealing with the Russians. They pretty much are still on his ass. This girl, she got it for Frenchie, bro, as far as this Russian chick. She really got it out for Frenchie, and she basically trying to send him on another mission or whatever. But we get in break out into a whole musical once Kamiko actually comes knowledgeable as far as her being able to speak or whatever. And I mean, I was with it, whatever. They do or whatever. But this whole musical shit kind of threw me off or whatever. But I was with it. It didn't take me out of the episode or anything. But not only that, we actually get to a confrontation between Homeland and Queen Mav. Like I said, this is basically the parody of Superman. So all his abilities, super hearing. Do Superman got super smell? Because he pretty much says he can sense the butcher on her or whatever. I don't know. Y'all let me know if Superman powers, do he have super smell or some shit like that? He might. I could be wrong. But yeah, he pretty much knows that she been smashed and butcher or whatever. So now he's pretty much got this thing in his head as far as have they been working together, cooking up something, or even possibly that they the ones who brought Soulja Boy in. It's like I said, he does what he does. He's unhinged. But at times, he is not stupid. Like, and that's the thing that's really scary about Homelander too, because he'll come out of nowhere with these surprises. Same thing he did with Supersonic. Even though A-Train was the one that told him, it was the way he was going about it, because he had already killed Supersonic, but he was playing it off like you didn't even know he had done that. So that's another thing. Once again, he unhinged, but he ain't really that stupid. I mean, he not. So we pretty much get a situation where Black Noir comes in and pretty much he does something to Queen Mav. I'm thinking they just kidnapped her. I'm pretty sure he didn't kill her, but I'm pretty much thinking they done put her somewhere where she can't talk or she can't do anything as far as whatever Homelander thinks she's doing as far as the plan they got, which they are coming up with a plan as far as trying to kill him. But that's what he's pretty much going. So you got this thing with Starlight pretty much trying to come to Ashley like, yo, what is going on? She's trying to get Ashley to come over to her side, but no. You done tried that with Supersonic. You seen what happened. Ashley is definitely not the one as far as the assistant who be kissing Homelander ass. She is definitely not about to do that. So I don't even know why Starlight even went to her. But she pretty much trying to find out what happened with Queen Mav, because this nigga Homelander is like chopping everybody off the block. He got Supersonic and now he done got Queen Mav. Because like I said, ain't no more holding him back. You know, it was one point in time, like I said, with Stan them or whatever, it was kind of them having that mind control over Homelander, as far as them having a video or even just Stan the way he talked to him or whatever. And I kind of feel like Stan still has somewhat of that mind manipulation over Homelander. But as far as everybody else, he's just done with everything else. So now we basically a mystery of what happened with Queen Mav and what they done with her. If this nigga Black Noir, like, what's up with him? Like, I thought we was possibly gonna get more story on him, because we do kind of get somewhat of some backstory with him in the other previous episodes when they do the flashback with Soulja Boy or whatever. But I'm still trying to figure out what is up with Black Noir, man. moving forward, we pretty much get Butcher now. Get Butcher and Mother Milk pretty much getting towards Crimson, Scarlet Witch Girl, man. Sorry I can't come up with a name. I think it's Crimson Quan or some shit like that. I'm sorry I can't get her name. But it's basically the parody Scarlet Witch Girl that they get to or whatever. My girl from The Walking Dead or whatever. But they pretty much get to her and let her know that Soulja Boy's alive. But comes to find out, Crimson already knows Soulja Boy was alive. And she even knew that he was locked up in Russia. So now this is a whole surprise to Butcher and Mother Milk. And she pretty much knows that he's after her to kill him. But Butcher already has his own little plan. Because he pretty much roofies Mother Milk's water. Pretty much putting him to sleep. Because like I said at the beginning of the review, Mother Milk is pretty much on a one mission. And that's to take out Soulja Boy. But the whole thing with the Butcher is he wants to use Soulja Boy to take out Homelander. So now it's pretty much just him. And he got Huey on this side because Huey know the whole plan or whatever. But it ain't just that. It's the whole little confrontation between Soulja Boy and Crimson as far as the Scarlet Witch parody girl. She pretty much tell him that they never liked her. The group never liked him or whatever. And once again, that's where he starts to do his little blast shit from his chest. And that's why I think once he get like some emotional or he get upset or some shit, that's where the blast is coming from. And this is where I get confused at. This is what my whole thing with Kamiko. Because when he blasted Kamiko, she didn't fry. She was just like, she was injured, but she was all right. Crimson, when he do the blast with her, she is fried. Like, she is toast. She is gone, burned, crisp. Ain't nothing of her left except basically like a body turned into char. That's all you got left. So I'm curious, how did he do that with Crimson, but he didn't do that to Kamiko? And I'm thinking, is it because of Kamiko's healing ability? I know she got injured. She wasn't healing at the moment though, but is it because of her ability to heal that she didn't get fried the way he did Crimson? Or was it more of him being like more of a powerful blast because that he was upset with Crimson and the emotion behind what he was going on with her? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section though, because I was curious about that. Why he didn't do the blast didn't kill or fry Kamiko the way it did Crimson or whatever. But yeah, we pretty much get Butcher, Huey, and now Huey has to explain to Starlight what's going on and they whole little plan or whatever, because she starts to do her little glowing eyes when she sees Soulja Boy or whatever. But Huey pretty much explains to her, and we get a scene where Starlight's pretty much trying to plead with Huey, like, don't go, stay here, let's try to do something else or whatever she's trying to get him to do. But Huey's on a one-way mission. He wants Homelander gone, and he feel like if this is the best way, that's what he's going with. So he pretty much and I think they're leaving Mother Milk too, because I see Butcher carrying that Mother Milk, and he leaves Mother Milk with Starlight. So Huey pretty much makes the choice to go off with Soulja Boy and Butcher, and that's pretty much our little team right now. Because I know Kamiko and them in the hospital, even if they were able to join the well, Kamiko don't have her power, so she wouldn't be able to do nothing anyway. So the group now that's trying to stop Homelander is pretty much Butcher, Huey, and Soulja Boy. And I'm very curious, and I cannot wait for this little confrontation between Soulja Boy and Homelander. That's what I'm really waiting on. But besides that, man, that was another good episode. I'm definitely looking forward to the next couple episodes. Are we getting 8 episodes or 10? Because I think last couple seasons have been 8 episodes. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But other than that, y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this recent episode of The Boys. Is it living up to those, and not really expectations, but I feel like this is probably the best season so far. It's definitely the best acting season, and I'm feeling like Homelander is the scariest he has been this season, if not the scariest, and he is still a phenomenal villain. And another thing is, this one of the best, if not the best, comic book TV show out right now. Even with a show, I would say Peacemaker, James Gunn Peacemaker, kind of come close to this, but The Boys was doing it first. But I do feel like this is the best comic book TV show out. With all the Disney Plus shows, I don't even watch CW, don't even work DC, CW, no. But with all the shows out, even with some of the shows they got trying to come out on HBO Max as far as Peacemaker, which I love, the Disney Plus shows, I feel like this is the top one. But y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this recent episode. Let me know how you feeling about this season so far. Do you feel like this is the best season? Do you feel like this is the best comic book show on TV right now? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. This is the road to 600 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been coming through, checking out my channel and checking out the content. Shout out to all my recent subscribers. I do appreciate y'all. Other than that, we out.
Eventually, probably soon, the world will recognize you. Love, mommy, and daddy, and all.
So I went out there broke. I wasn't even thinking about acting. I was just thinking about surviving. But such is life. I ended up doing it, what I love the most. I ended up doing both of those things.